Good morning, everyone. Okay, so in today's session, we are going to see like how exactly we could create some of the custom fields inside the objects. So when we are creating a custom field, we must be aware about something called as data type. So in yesterday's session, we basically have discussed like how many different types of front-end data types the Salesforce would provide you. Now let me start with the topic. Actually there are two different techniques. When you are creating the fields, there's again two different techniques. The first is to begin with, like it's standard navigation, and the second one is the schema builder. So what I would be going to do is, for hiring manager and for the candidate object, whatever the fields we would require to create, that we are going to create with the standard navigations, right? So for this, what is required is, first of all, go to the object, because you wanted to create the fields inside. Let's say, let's start with hiring manager. So I would first of all, require to go to the object. So I have clicked onto the tab. And now over here, you could expand force.com quick access menu. And then you can see that there's a link called view fields. In front of view fields, you also have new. So the better is to go with new, but let's say, all right, let me show you the view as well. So if you click onto this view field, so you would be going to landed onto this user interface where details related to object, and then what are the standard fields presently it's holding, and what are the custom fields that it is having. Now, what we are creating is a custom field, right? Whatever the field which we are about to create is a custom field. All of them are going to be listed out into this table. This table particularly, custom fields and relationship, this section, this particular table would display you all of those fields that what we have created. Presently it is not having, all right, but yes, we are about to create that. So one way to do this is like, you go to the object, right? You go to the object. First of all, you expand force.com quick access menu and you click on view fields. When you click on view fields, you can go to custom fields and relationship section, and there you can click on this new button. So as soon as you click on this new button, you are about to create a new custom field. It would ask you, Salesforce, this user interface would ask you, what is going to be the data type? And data type that we have discussed yesterday is like auto number, formula fields, check boxes, currency, date time, email, geolocation, number, percent, phone, pick list, multi-select pick list, text area long, text area rich, encrypted, time, and URL. These all are the basic data type that we have seen, right? You first of all, before creating a field, you must be aware about something called as a data type. See, what is going to be happen in real time in most of the cases? In most of the cases, there would be a document. There would always be a document, that is being given to, there would always be a document that is being given to you, and you have to follow that document. This document would tell you that these fields required to be get created inside this object. These fields required to be get created, like contact number, HR email ID, HR ID, locations, and correspondingly, this is the data type of individual field. Sometimes, in most of the time, not sometimes, in most of the times, like I could say, out of every 10 times, it would be 9, 9. You would be having 90%, you would be always having one document with you, which would guide you to create this, which would guide you the steps, which will provide you the steps, or probably it would give you the information regarding what requires to be get created. Because that is something, whenever we built up the schema, whenever we built up in a schema, whenever we decide and the top level, when we sit with the client and we, what I could say would be like, how to describe this? When we gather the requirements, when we collect the requirements, we came to know about how much entities he's holding. And accordingly, we prepare one document. So it is usually, your manager, your lead, or somebody senior in the team who would give you this document you have to follow. And this is most of the cases, in most of the time, this is going to be happen. But sometimes even they would they would expect you to create a similar kind of document. Sometimes this might also happen, sometimes this might also happen. Let me try to show you something. So either you would create a document. If you are a senior person in team, it would become your responsibility to identify the fields and what could be their respective data type. So you must have a knowledge of data type in that case. That is why, that was the reason before proceeding with like how we can create the fields. We first have a discussion about data types. So this is what, this is how it actually works in industry. All right, so I have to create all these fields. Now I'm selecting first of all a field called contact number. What is the data type of this phone? So I would go to hiring manager. The one way to do this is like go to view fields, and go to custom fields and relationship section and click on new. When you do this, you are going to land it. Eventually you will be going to land on this particular page where you could select the data type for your field, right? The another way and I feel the shortcut way is to expand force.com. Instead of clicking on to view field, just directly click on new. It would directly take you to this particular page, right? So this is the short navigation. All right, so I have to create a field called contact number. Let me copy this contact number. What is a data type? Phone. So from all these data type, I would be selecting phone. See, I would be selecting phone, and then I would click on next button. Now here you have to give the label. As soon as you give the label, you press the tab button from your keyboard. You have to press the tab. The field name, see, label is something different and name is something different. Let me first of all create all these fields. I would going to make you explanation about this. I'll give you the explanation, don't worry. So the field name is automatically created. If you wanted to describe something, usually we do that. Usually in real time, we always give this explanation what this field would represent. What this field would represent. Usually we do. For now, I could skip, but otherwise, usually we do, right? All right. So if you wanted to make this field as required, there is a small checkbox. If you click this, the field is going to become required. What's a required field, by the way? See, if I go to account, for example, and if I try to click on new button, any such field where you can see this, the red marking is, this field is a required field. If you try to save data without entering something inside the required fields, it would going to give you the error. If I go with the contact, there the last name is required. There are first name and last name, but first name is not required, although, but last name it must have. If I try to save it, it would going to give me the error. So this kind of field where data is required is called as required field. So I would go with my document called as IDD, interface detailed document. There might be some other names as well. There are different terminologies to describe the document. Sometimes it is called as IDD, interface detailed document. Sometimes it is called as maybe requirement sheet. There might be different names for this. All right. So there I would look for this. So there's one more column called mandatory, and there it has mentioned that this field is a required field. It should be a required field. So I have clicked that, and I'll go with the next button. All right. When you make a field required, as previously, if I go to the previous page, see the difference. If I don't make it required, I'll go to next. You have the options. You have all these options in an editable form. These are the different profile users. These are the different profiles actually. We can select that the field what I am creating should be visible to which particular profile. What is a profile? By the way, what is our user? We're going to understand this whole thing in detail. There is a topic called security. In security, we are going to learn so many things. Profile is one of them. There are I have to say this, that the most important part of admin training is something what you are going to learn in security. Security is a bit lengthy topic, and every subtopic, whatever we are going to learn in security, permission sets, profiles, OWD, sharing setting, assignment rules, lead conversion process, user creation, user management, all right, session management. There are so many things. Every topic is important. So I would be covering that time. Abhi, whenever CC, understand this difference. When you don't make it required, you have an option. When you don't make a field required, you have an option to select that this field is going to be visible to which particular profile. Understand this difference. These are small details, small minute details, but they will going to help you during your real time. All right, during your real time, they would going to help you. And moreover, I'm going to ask you one question regarding this. So you have to pay attention over here, because see, this is one of the technique to make a field required. There are 5 different ways in Salesforce you could make a field required. There are 5 different ways you could make a field as a required field, as a mandatory field, as a compulsory field on user interface. There are 5 different ways to do that. I will going to make you learn about all those 5 fields, all those 5 ways. And here itself, here itself, we would going to have a discussion on 2 of them. First 2. The first is, whenever you wanted to make a field required field, there is a small checkbox called required checkbox. What you have to do is just have to click. You have to make it selected. By default, it is not selected. By default, it is unchecked. What you have to do, you have to check it. Always requires a value in this field in order to save the record. So when you select, when you check, when you make this active, required, the field what you are creating, I'm creating a field called contact number. This is going to become a required field on user interface. There's another way to do that. All right. So when just pay attention over here, because what I would be going to do, I'll teach you both of them, and then we are going to have a comparative study between both of them. Okay, what are going to be the real-time circumstances, where you have to go with this, and where you have to go with the second one. All right. So when you make it required, when you click on this required checkbox, and as soon as you click on to next, you don't have the option. Pay attention over here. Observations. 95% would be training. 5% would always be the observation. When you make a field required by clicking required checkbox, the field become visible to all of the profile user. The field become visible to all of the profile user. And you don't have an option. You don't have an option. You don't have an option to remove somebody from here, to select something from here. No, by default, it becomes visible for all of the profile users. By default, it becomes visible for all of the profile user. इसको याद रखेंगे, because इसके ऊपर मैं एक डिस्कशन इनिशिएट करने वाला हूं. ठीक है, मैं पहले ही बता देता हूं आप लोगों को, पहले ही मैं बता देता हूं कि इस चीज के ऊपर, ये जो अभी मैंने आपको बात बताई है कि when you make a field required, there would be 2 techniques. सेकंड, अभी अब थोड़ा वक्त लगेगा उसके लिए मुझे वहां तक आपको पहुंचाने में, लेकिन हाँ, when you make a field required by clicking required checkbox, the field becomes visible for all of the profile users. And we don't have an option over here that I could make certain selections. I could make some of them to be get visible, some of them to be I could make the field hidden from somebody. No, it's not possible. This field is going to be visible for all of the profile user, and I cannot make my selections over here. All right, isko yaad rakhenge. Next, it is going to be landed onto something called as hiring manager page layout. Now, what is this page layout? It's a topic. We're going to learn that as well. Abhi, save and new or simple save. Chalo, pehle save kar lo, dekh lo, fir aage badhte hain. So now you come back to this page. See, when you go to custom fields and relationship section, you can see one field has been created. One field has been created. The field label is contact number, and it's like, I could show you that as well. So when I click onto the hiring manager, if I click on new, previously there was only one field called name. Now we are having one more mandatory field, right? So you can see it's a mandatory field, contact number. So if I wanted to store a record in of hiring manager, I must supply contact numbers detail. So that's, you can see one more field have been created. Now let me create one more field. So I'll go to custom fields and relationship section. I'll click onto this new button. What is the next field? Let me go to IDT for this. The field called HR email ID. And what is the data type? Email. Is it a mandatory field? No, it's not a mandatory field. So from this all data type, I would be going to select email. And then I'll click on to next button. Give the label of this field as HR email ID. When you press the tab, the name, the API name is automatically created. What is this API name? We're going to have a discussion on this. Are we supposed to make it required? No. So I'll keep this unchecked. I'll keep this unchecked. And I'll go with this next button. Now see, over here, I have the option. I could select, I could unselect, right? That's up to me. The field is not required from required checkbox. So I have an option. I have an option to decide, okay, this field should be get visible to whom. But for now, at least, you know what we are going to do? We are going to make it visible. Just by clicking this, we are going to make it visible for every profile user, for every one of them. All right. Just go with this. Keep it simple for now, at least. Click on to the next button. Let it be landed onto the default page layout of hiring manager layout, and save. You can either save and go with save and new. If you have some more fields to be get created, go with save and new. In the backend, that field also have been created. You see, one field have been added. All right. So because I wanted to create one more field, so I have clicked saved and new. The next is HR ID. HR ID is it's a non-mandatory field. It should be, the data type should be an auto number. So from this all list, I'm selecting auto number and I'm clicking on to the next number. Okay. The field label is this. When I click on to tab, field name have been created. Now you have to give display format and starting number for this. Display format would indicate how does this field is going to be look like. So do I have anything in my document? It doesn't have anything. All right, no problem. See, the example have been given. The display format, it should look like this. First, any alphabet, then an hyphen symbol, a dash, जिसको बोलते हैं, उसके बाद में opening bracket, curly bracket, and closing curly bracket. And instead, inside the bracket, you have to mention how much digit you wanted. So let HR ID. Let me select something like this one. I could select something like this one. HR ID display format, and then a hyphen. I mean, whatever the symbol is called, dash, opening curly bracket and closing curly brackets. I have given 4 zeros. That means this number must be of 4 digit. You can give 2, 3, 4, 1, whatever, right? It's up to you. So I have given 4 digit. The starting number would be this one, 0001 would be the starting number. And if you have any record inside hiring manager, for example, if you go inside the hiring manager, do we have any record? Yes, we have one record called Manish Singh. So does this number should get applied to existing record, or it should be applied from the next record, whatever you are inserting? So I wanted this number should be get applied even from whatever data is already there inside database. And that's why I'm clicking generate auto number for existing record. If you don't select it, the previous records, whatever is inside that particular object, the table, they would not going to have this number. But I wanted everyone should have this. That is the reason I'm clicking generate the auto number for existing record. All right, this is what. When I click on to next, make it visible for all of the profile users. Click on to next. Let it be landed onto the default layout. Save and new. It would give you a message that generating auto number for existing record will take some amount of time. It all depends how many records you are having inside database. Based on that. So we are just having all records, so we don't have to literally worry about this. See, that is being done. All right. So now we are having one more field. If I open this record, Manish, you can see HR ID have been given to him, right? And this record is getting the first number 001. The next record, if I would create a next record, all right, if I would create a next record, for example, if I click a new record, one more record, Sumit Kumar Sharma, the contact number would be this one. Okay, HR email ID would be like sumit@sample.com. Now, if I save this record, If I would save this record, see auto number 002. So this is how this auto number actually works in real time, right? The next, I wanted to create a field called location. Location is a pick list and it's a non-mandatory field. So I would go to once again this selection of data field, and there are two options. I'm going with simple single select pick list. Just give me a moment, guys. Yep. So the next, what I'm creating is a pick list. So I have to select single select pick list from here. There are two options, single and multi select. We're going to see, I mean, because in the in upcoming object, we are going to create multi select as well. Then click onto this next button. Give the label as location. All right. Now you're having two options for this. When you every pick list to enter the values, you're having two options. You could get it from a global value set. Now, what is a global value set? Global value set. We're going to see that in the next example. What I would be going to do, I'll going to actually make this pick list as global. I'll understand. I'll make you understand. Don't worry. But for now, I don't have any global pick list. So I would be rather going to enter the values separated by new line manually. So I'm going with second option, because if I go with global pick list, do I have any pick list? No. We don't right now. We don't have any global pick list. How to get the values, how to extract the values, how to fetch the values, how to import the values from a global pick list. I mean, even before that, how to create a global pick list. We are going to see with the next example. But right now, I'm going to enter the values of this pick list manually. And whenever you are entering, you have to enter the value separated by new lines. All right. So after entering one value, like for example, this one, you have to press a new line like this. All right. So in this document, I already have prepared this. These are the values, location. I wanted Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, whatever. These are the values. So I have entered all of them like this. All right. Now, do you want it to make this display alphabetically? Yes, that would be fine. So I've clicked that. I've clicked that so that these values they are going to be displayed not in the order which I have inserted. Rather, they are going to be sorted in ascending order from A to Z. And there's no way to sort in descending order, by the way, right? Use the first value as default. If you select this, whatever is the first value that comes as default, otherwise it will show none. All right, I'm not selecting this. Restrict pick list right now. Don't restrict. What is the difference between a restricted pick list and when you don't make it restricted, right? We're going to discuss that as well for now, because these are just initial stage. I'm keeping few of the things pending as well for the later discussion. Right now, I'll not make it restricted. When to make it restricted, we're going to have a discussion onto this as well. So, but if you want, you can keep this. You can keep this, you can select, you can unselect. What is the role of making a field restricted? We're going to discuss that. Required, it has not mentioned, so I'll not make it required. I'm just clicking this next button. I'm making this visible for all of the profile users, and I'm selecting next. And then because this is the last, I'm not going with save and new, I'll just save. So when I save it, now you can see all of these custom fields have been created inside the object, contact, HR rate, and all this. And you go to the interface, and for example, now you click on this new button, you're going to see all those fields, right? And see, this is none because you haven't selected first value as the default value, and this have been sorted. B, C, D, E, H, something like that, right? So this is how we create the fields inside the object, right? So this we did it for the hiring manager. We did it for the hiring manager. Let me repeat the same process for the candidate, and we are about to get all these fields inside the candidate. So like, so I'm going with candidate object. I'm expanding force.com quick access menu, and I'm going with new fields this time. So the field is contact number. What is a data type? Phone. Is it a mandatory field? Yes. So from this, the list of all data types, I'm selecting phone, and I'm clicking onto this next button. I'm giving the label as contact number. Okay. I'm making it required as well. When I make it required, I click onto the next. What we are going to see, it is by default, it is visible for all of the profile user. So you don't have to do anything over here. You would simply click a next button and let it be landed onto the candidate layout, and then save and new. That field would automatically would be created over here, right? Let me create one more field. The second field what I have to create is current CTC. Current CTC is having a data type as currency, and it's not a mandatory field. So from the list of all data type, I'm selecting currency. I'm clicking onto the next button. I'm giving the label as current CTC. See, if you wanted, like, if you wanted the length is 18 digits actually. If you wanted to insert decimal points, right? So you have to, like, you know, for example, I wanted 2 decimal points. So what I would, the maximum length is 18. So I have to select 16 and then 2. 16 plus 2 would give you 18. Right? If you do it like this, 18 plus 2, and when you try to save it, it will going to give you the error. It would see the sum of the length of the decimal place plus your integer, it must maximum to 18. Right? Now I don't want it to have decimal places. I mean 0.00, like, you know, so I'm keeping this blank. I'm keeping it not blank. I'm keeping this on 0. This is what. And is it a required field? No, it's not a required field. So I'm not selecting required checkbox. I'm going with next button. I'm making it visible for all of the profile user. I'm clicking on to the next and then save and new. This would be getting saved. If I refresh, one more field you are going to see, current CTC. Very good. And then the next is I'm having expected CTC. This is again a currency field, but it is a required field. So once again, I'm selecting currency. I'm clicking the next button. I'm giving the label as expected CTC 18.0. That means all 18 as an whole number, no decimal points. I'm making this as a required field as well. Clicking on the next button and then next and save and new. So one more field with the name expected CTC would be added over here. See, the next is I'm having a field called email ID with the data type email. And yes, this one also is a mandatory. So I'm selecting email as data type, clicking on to the next, giving the label as this one, making it required, clicking on to next, next, save and new. And location name. All right, so location name. See, now there's one interesting part. Location name, if you can see, is a pick list, non-mandatory field. The options what I see over here is Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai and all. So these options are over here as well, right? In a separate object, this is one another object, candidate, and hiring manager is a separate object, by the way. But yet we can see one thing that ये जो options हैं यहाँ पे, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, these options what we have to create, they are same. So when this is your kind of case, जब आप कभी भी ऐसा देखो कि the options of a pick list, and might be in some other object somewhere else, किसी और ऑब्जेक्ट में, लेकिन एक पिक लिस्ट है जिसमें वो ऑप्शंस, वो सारे ऑप्शंस एज इट इज यहाँ पर जो आपको क्रिएट करने हैं, इफ दे आर प्रेजेंट इनसाइड सम अदर. और ये होता है, आई टेल यू, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, अभी देयर आर फ्यू ऑफ द पिक लिस्ट, जैसे कि मान के चलो कि देयर इज अ पिक लिस्ट कॉल्ड कंट्रीज, और मे बी अगर इंडिया बोलते हैं तो अपन, तो इफ देयर इज अ पिक लिस्ट कॉल्ड स्टेट. ठीक है, तो जैसे आपने यू सिलेक्टेड कंट्री फ्रॉम द लिस्ट ऑफ ऑल कंट्रीज, यू सिलेक्टेड इंडिया. अब जैसे अब मान के चलो कि कोई भी इंटरफेस हो, कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट हो, wherever this is the pick list, it would be asking you to select country, तो वो तो वैल्यूज की सेम ही रहने वाली है ना हर जगह। आफ्टर सिलेक्शन इंडिया वो तो डिपेंडेंट पिक लिस्ट का कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, लेकिन अगर मान के चलो कि जैसे इंडिया के बाद में इफ समबडी इज आस्किंग यू टू सिलेक्ट द स्टेट, तो जितने भी स्टेट्स हैं इंडिया के तो वो तो एक जैसे रहने वाले हैं, राइट। तो ये इट्स अ वेरी कॉमन, क्या कहना चाहिए इसके लिए, इट्स अ वेरी कॉमन थिंग जब भी इस तरह के पिक लिस्ट जो होते हैं, जिसमें कुछ ऐसे पिक लिस्ट होते हैं जो यूनिवर्सली जिसकी वैल्यू जो होती है वो सेम ही आती है। तो one thing is like you could have a fresh pick list, you could insert the value जैसा कि अभी मैंने किया था। Now another way to do this is like, जैसे मैं आपको बता रहा था कि आप ग्लोबल पिक लिस्ट से उसको कैच कर सकते हो। तब ग्लोबल पिक लिस्ट क्या होती है, लेट मी ट्राई टू शो यू नाउ समथिंग। तो हमने एक पिक लिस्ट बनाई है लोकेशन नाम की, कहाँ बनाई है, हायरिंग मैनेजर ऑब्जेक्ट में। सो व्हाट आई वुड बी गोइंग टू डू इज, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी गो टू द हायरिंग मैनेजर। मैं हायरिंग मैनेजर में जाता हूँ, यहाँ पर है ऑलरेडी। हायरिंग मैनेजर में जाने के बाद में, हायरिंग मैनेजर में जाने के बाद में एक पिक लिस्ट है जिसका नाम है लोकेशन। I'll open this pick list, सी ध्यान से देखिए आप लोग। I'll open this pick list, ठीक है, ये वो पिक लिस्ट है जिसमें ये सारी वैल्यूज हैं। These all are the values, right? Now I'll go with edit and I'll promote this to global value set. ये जो पिक लिस्ट है लोकेशन नाम की जो कि हायरिंग मैनेजर में है, इसको मैं प्रमोट करता हूं ग्लोबल पे। इसका फायदा क्या मिलेगा वो बताता हूं। सो अभी जैसे मैं कैंडिडेट पे आई हैव टू क्रिएट अ पिक लिस्ट, कैंडिडेट ऑब्जेक्ट पे आई हैव टू क्रिएट अ पिक लिस्ट, राइट। I'll select a data type as what, pick list, and I'll click on next. If I'm giving this as a location, ठीक है, अभी यहाँ पे ग्लोबल पिक लिस्ट सेलेक्ट करूंगा, यहाँ पर अभी फिलहाल कुछ नजर नहीं आ रहा है, तो आपको वैल्यूज जो है वो अपने से एंटर करनी पड़ती हैं, सेम वैल्यूज, राइट। बट लेट मी डू समथिंग। तो अभी व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इज लाइक, मैं हायरिंग मैनेजर में, हायरिंग मैनेजर में ये जो हमारी पिक लिस्ट है लोकेशन, आई एम प्रमोटिंग दिस टू ग्लोबल। इसको मैं ग्लोबल बना रहा हूँ। प्रमोट टू ग्लोबल वैल्यू सेट, गिव अ लेबल, सेम लेवल आई एम गिविंग लोकेशन, आप कुछ चेंज भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है। प्रमोट टू ग्लोबल वैल्यू सेट, ठीक है। नाउ दिस लोकेशन हैव बीन प्रमोटेड एज अ ग्लोबल वैल्यू सेट। अब इसका बेनिफिट क्या मिलता है आपको, तो व्हेन यू गो विद दिस एंड लेट मी रिफ्रेश दिस इंटरफेस वंस अगेन। चलो इसको अब मैं क्लोज कर देता हूँ हायरिंग मैनेजर वाले पार्ट को, जस्ट टू अवॉइड द कंफ्यूजन। लोकेशन, यूज ग्लोबल, सी लोकेशन आ गया। तो इसमें बेनिफिट ये मिलता है कि यू डोंट हैव टू एंटर द वैल्यूज मैन्युअली एवरी टाइम। छोटी मोटी पिक लिस्ट के लिए चल जाता है, बट सोचो ना अगर आपको सारी कंट्रीज, फॉर एग्जांपल मुझे नहीं पता कि वर्ल्ड में कितनी कंट्रीज हैं, या इंडिया में कितने स्टेट्स हैं, या महाराष्ट्र में कितने शहर हैं, बट यस इफ देयर आर सम ऑफ द बिग बिग पिक लिस्ट, कुछ ऐसे पिक लिस्ट हैं जो बहुत बड़ी होती हैं, उनके वैल्यूज बहुत ज्यादा होती हैं। सो इट वुड बी नॉट विजिबल कि हम हर बार वो वैल्यूज एंटर करें मैनुअली, रादर वील क्रिएट वन पिक लिस्ट। और हमें ये भी पता है फॉर एग्जांपल कि ये पर्टिकुलर पिक लिस्ट 2 से 3 ऑब्जेक्ट में यूज होने वाली है। तो आप जब उसे पहली बार क्रिएट करते हो किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट में, जैसे मान के चलो कि लोकेशन में 1000 वैल्यूज हैं ऐसा एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूं मैं आपको। तो जब मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम लोकेशन क्रिएट किया, और जैसे कि मैंने क्रिएट किया उसे हायरिंग मैनेजर में, तो ठीक है एक बार तो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा ना एवरी टाइम, मतलब कभी ना कभी तो उसकी शुरुआत होती है। सो फर्स्ट टाइम यू हैव टू एंटर इट मैनुअली, ऑलराइट। बट फ्रॉम दैट ऑनवर्ड हमें फिर उसको बार बार एंटर करने की जरूरत नहीं है, रादर व्हेन यू क्रिएट दैट, और आपको ये पता है कि दिस इज समथिंग विच इज गोइंग टू बी गेट यूज्ड इन मल्टीपल डिफरेंट एंटिटीज, मल्टीपल डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स, तो उस पिक लिस्ट को आप ग्लोबल बना दीजिए। So what is the benefit now? Here I could just export the details from there, right? Not export, import the details from that pick list. तो अभी जब मैं इस लोकेशन नाम की पिक लिस्ट, ठीक है, इसको, या फिर मैं कुछ और भी नाम दे सकता हूँ, फॉर एग्जांपल लोकेशन नेम, या फिर हाँ ये मैं कहाँ क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ बाय द वे, कैंडिडेट, I'll give the name as candidate location। चलो just to avoid the confusion, कैंडिडेट लोकेशन इसको मैं नाम देता हूँ। And this pick list candidate location, this pick list candidate location is getting the value from another pick list. तो यहाँ मैं manually enter नहीं कर रहा हूँ, right? All right. So is it a required field? Location, it's not a required field. So I'm going with next directly. I'll make it visible for all of the profile users, and then I'm clicking on to the next. Let it be landed onto default layout. I'll be saving this, right? So see, now if I go to candidate and you click onto this new button, although you haven't entered the values, see, candidate location, it is getting the values. It is getting the value, all of the values from the hiring manager's pick list. Why? Because you have selected that as a global pick list set, right? This is what the benefit is. All right. So next is notice period. That is again a pick list, but it's a fresh, so I have to enter the values from my own side. So notice period, I'm selecting a single select pick list, single select, and then next. Notice period, I have to enter the value manually. So I am entering like immediate, and next. Every value should always be separated in a next line. 7 days, press the enter to make your cursor on the next line, to bring your cursor onto the next line, and then 1 month, and then 2 months, and finally 3 months. 3 months. So these are the values. These are the values. All right. And do you want to display them alphabetically? There is no meaning to do that. Do you want to make it required? Do you want to make it required? Although it was not mentioned, but notice that something is required. So I personally feel this should be a required. So I make it required. And the next, when you make it required, you know it's automatically is visible to all of the profile users. And then next, and save and new. Right. So one more field is going to be added over here. Notice period. You can see. Right. All right. And then we are having PAN number. We are having PAN number. So PAN number is a text field of 10 digits, right? Text field. When you select, make it required, yes, and unique as well. All right. So I would be creating a text field. See, when you select a text field, you know, by default, you could enter up to 255 characters. Text field. Inside a text field, you could enter up to 255 characters. PAN number. But the length maximum it is 255. But you tell me one thing in India, क्या किसी का PAN number 255 क्या होता है? क्या नहीं? 10 digit का होता है. That is why I'm restricting the length maximum to be as 10. In Java, you have to write a validation rule for this as well. If you wanted to put up the restriction, you have to write the code. But here you just have to mention this inside the configuration. So basically, how the user interface is, how the application get developed in some other technology, and how it is being developed in Salesforce, there is a vast difference in between these two. There are lots of coding efforts over there. Here, everything, you know, 90% of the whole application development is being covered from non-coding part only. Let me tell you this. There are few of the things for which we require customizations, right? So the coding requirement in whole project, some would be around like 30%, not more than that. 70% of the thing, 70% of the whole product development in real time, I'm telling you in terms of real time, is done in terms of like, you know, without writing a code. Salesforce itself is highly qualified for all those things. All right. And I'm making this required and I'm making this unique as well. When you make it unique, then it means the duplicate values cannot be entered for the same. No two person in India would going to have the same PAN number, same month, because these are your unique identities. These are your unique identities. In the US, it is SSN, Social Security Number. That is something which is in unique ID. Your license is in unique ID. So there are always, you know, somebody in every country almost have this kind of things, right? So when we are creating a similar interface which would reflect a unique number, so we'll have to keep it unique, right? You have to keep it unique, and you don't have to write any JavaScript for this comparison. Again, just by clicking a small checkbox, internal script सारी उसके साथ run होती है. So this is what a beauty of Salesforce development. जिसके लिए हर वो चीज जिसके लिए आपको स्क्रिप्ट लिखना पड़ता था, वो सारी चीजें ऑटोमेटेड है यहाँ पे. बस you have to select a small checkbox. वो अपने आप सारा validation backend में लग जाता है, अपने आप सारी scripting attach हो जाती है इसके साथ. When you make it unique, there are two possible cases. Either it should be case sensitive or insensitive. Case sensitive मतलब होता है कि capital ABC and small ABC, capital ABC and small ABC are treated as two different values. इसको बोलते हैं case sensitive. Capital A and small a would be treated as two different things. But capital A, B, and small a, B, C, they are treated as duplicate. They are treated as same. This is insensitive. In particularly in case of PAN, this is insensitive. Like agar mera PAN number is CEAPS, for example, CEAPS 0812J. This is my PAN number. So if I write it like this, or even if I write it like this, CAPS 0812J, it's one and same thing. So I wanted to treat capital and small, both of them as same entity. Both of them are same entity. So I'll go with case insensitive. Case insensitive. But if you wanted to make it sensitive, you can go with the second option, right? Next. Next. Because it's a required thing, you know. And say venue. One more field have been added over here. If you go and if you refresh this interface, you can see PAN number have been added. The next to PAN number, I'm having passport number that is also of 10 digit, and it is not required because not everybody have passport, but this should be a unique number. Even though passport numbers are also, they are not duplicated. So I'm making it, I'm selecting data type as text. I'm giving the name as passport. I'm restricting the length to be 10. I'm not making it required because not everybody have the passport, but it must be unique. Even though whoever is having your passport number, my passport number would be different, right? So I'm clicking on to the next. I'm making it visible for all of the profile users and clicking on to the next and save a new. Next to this, I am having qualification. Qualification is a multi-select pick list. Very good. And these are the qualifications. So I'm going with a multi-select pick list. And then next, I'm giving the name as this. I don't have any global pick list for this, so I would be entering values manually from my side. Let me copy this whole. Let me just paste it. It could have some more values. ये तो ऐसे ही मैंने सिर्फ बताने के लिए create कर दिया. Number of visible lines says minimum 4. Do you want to make it required? I'm not sure. Yes, it is required. So I make it required. Click on next. Click on next. Save and new. So one more field like see this. This is something called as a multi-select. Here you can select only one option, right? Here you can select only one option. But here you are have a choice. You can select multiple options. I know you can remove them. You can select them. It's up to you. All right. And then the next is reference ID. Reference ID is again an auto number field. So from this data type, I'm selecting auto number, and I'm clicking on to the next, giving the name as reference ID. Display format would be like this: ref ID hyphen a 3-digit number. The starting number would be 0001. Generate auto number for the existing record as well. And then next, make it visible for all of the profile user. Click on to next, save and new. Right, so one more, and then technical skills. Technical skills is again a multi-select pick list. So I would be going with a multi-select pick list. And then next, give the name as this one. I would like to enter the value from our own site. So I'm selecting all this. All right. So it has not mentioned, so I'm not making it required. And then next, number of visible lines are minimum 4. You know, maximum it could be anything. Minimum is 4. If you select 3, it would going to give you the error. Save this. Yeah, save this, and you can see one more pick list have been added. Now the next is year of experience. That's a number field. So this one is last. I'll be selecting number from here, number. The next is this. Now the length should be ideally 2. Year of ऐसे मतलब length 2 मतलब कितना होता है 0 से लेके 99 तक. इतना काफी है ना. मतलब इससे ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस किसको हो सकता है, मतलब इंसान को तो नहीं हो सकता है. मतलब मैक्सिमम कितना लाइफ होता है अपन लोगों का, तो उसके हिसाब से 2 डिजिट नंबर ठीक है. नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. नेक्स्ट. मेक इट विजिबल एंड नेक्स्ट. कभी कभी आपको अपना कॉमन सेंस भी अप्लाई करना चाहिए. कभी कभी नहीं, एक्चुअली हमेशा ही करना चाहिए. सॉरी. All right. So these are the custom fields that we have created, right? Now, if you go to the interface, you can see all of them have been added. Okay. Now this is something what we have achieved so far is like, कि हमने अभी तक fields to add कर दिया, but this interface seems to be very raw. It's a raw interface. So by tomorrow morning, अभी fields to add हो गया. अभी एक चीज और बची है आपकी, वो है आपका schema builders and all that. So इसके भी पहले even, ये position object create करना और उसके अंदर फिर सारी fields create करना by the second technique schema builder. तो वो करने से पहले I would be going to have a discussion on this thing. इसके बाद हम पहले कुछ और सीखने वाले हैं कल के लेक्चर में, और उसके बाद में समथिंग कॉल्ड एज पेज लेआउट कस्टमाइजेशन. सो आफ्टर दिस द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक वुड बी पेज लेआउट कस्टमाइजेशंस. उसके बाद में फिर विल गोइंग टू क्रिएट दैट थर्ड ऑब्जेक्ट एज वेल. तो अभी ये दिस लुक्स टू बी अ वेरी रॉ इंटरफेस. तो टुमारो मॉर्निंग वी आर गोइंग टू हैव अ डिस्कशन ऑन टू दिस कि इसको अप्रोच एक फाइन प्रोडक्ट कैसे बनाया जा सकता है. ऑलराइट, सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे. लेट मी गिव यू दिस कमांड. And now you can unmute yourself if you wanted to ask anything. Yes.
सर, अब अभी जो पिक लिस्ट बनाया अपन ने, ग्लोबल सेट वैल्यूज जो अपन ने सेट किया है लोकेशन के लिए, तो जितने वैल्यूज है उतना ठीक है. पर अगर और एक मुझे ऐड करना रहा तो वो अपन नहीं कर सकते, राइट? ग्लोबल सेट वैल्यू नहीं
कर सकते हैं, ग्लोबल में भी कर सकते हैं, बट ग्लोबल जब आप क्रिएट करते हो तो वो रिस्ट्रिक्ट हो जाती है ऑटोमेटिकली.
फिर उसमें अगर ऐड करना रहा, सिर्फ एक ही है जो डिफरेंट है और उसको ऐड करना है, तो वो नहीं कर पाएंगे क्या फिर अपन?
कर सकते हैं, लेकिन आपको पहले उसे ग्लोबल पिक लिस्ट से हटाना पड़ता है, अनरिस्ट्रिक्टेड
ओके.
करना पड़ता है. पहले आप उसे मतलब 2 स्टेप्स में आपको करना है. पहले आपको उसे अनरिस्ट्रिक्टेड करना है, उसके बाद वैल्यू ऐड करनी है और फिर से उसको प्रमोट कर देना है ग्लोबल पिक लिस्ट पे.
ओके.
जब तक वो ग्लोबल है तब तक उसमें कुछ नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं कर सकते, कर सकते हैं, बस 2 स्टेप बढ़ जाती हैं और कुछ नहीं.
ओके. ओके. थैंक यू.
यस. Yes, guys. Any more questions? All right. Thank you so much for joining.